Now history, class 9. Class 9 history, the Faien's account of India. Today, actually, it is the Gupta age of the Guptas. Today, Faien's account of India. Fayen, the Chinese pilgrim, visited many parts of India. We know that Fayen was the Chinese pilgrim and he was very famous. He visited many parts of India. This included Mathura, Kanauj, the Kasurmai, the Kashi, the Kapila Bastu, Pataliputra, Nalanda, and others. He recorded in his diary everything that he had seen. He recorded everything in his diary that he had seen. His narration of localities, people, and their life was of great service to historians. His narration of the people, local people, everything was a great service to historians. Wherever he went, he found the people happy. Wherever he went, he found the people there were happy. They had all they needed and were kind to each other. There were hospitals for animals also. He recorded that people were very kind during the Gupta period and there were hospitals for the animals also. Kumaragupta I. Chandragupta was succeeded by Kumaragupta I, who enjoyed a long reign of 40 years. He maintained the integrity of the empire. The material evidence suggests that it was a period of peace and plenty, during which art, music, literature, and foreign trade flourished all over the kingdom. Towards the end of his reign, the Hunas invaded the northwest frontier of the empire. Kumaragupta's son Skandagupta defeated the enemy after a fierce struggle. Now, then the latter Gupta rulers. Now, about the latter Gupta rulers. Kumaragupta had died before his son Skandagupta could return from the battlefield. The last known king of the imperial Gupta line, Vishnugupta, probably died in 550 AD. So the last king of the imperial line, that was the Vishnugupta. Decline of the empire. Thus came to an end of the mighty empire. The causes of its decline and fall were many. An important reason seems to be the repeated invasions of the Hunas, who had occupied a vast area of Punjab and some parts of the central India. But the most important reason was that after Skandagupta, most of the Gupta kings were engaged in disputes of succession. After Skandagupta, most of the kings were engaged in disputes of succession. Various parts of the empire had come under the sway of the different branches of the Gupta family. Now, the Gupta administration. The Gupta, that is page B71. The Gupta dynasty produced a number of able rulers who established a different system of administration. The king and his ministers. The king, the Guptas discarded the modest title of Rajan and assumed the titles like Maharaja Dhiraja, Parambratakarika, and Paramvyata. This indicates from your book the spelling, look at the spelling, very important. This indicates the enhanced power position of the rulers. Titles such as Paramadvitaka raise rulers the level of the gods. Raise the rulers to the position of gods. In the Allahabad pillar inscription, Samudragupta is referred to as the god dwelling on earth. The rulers were referred to those possessing the power of Lord Vishnu, the protector and preserver of the universe. The goddess Lakshmi was represented on the Gupta coins as the consort of Vishnu. The king appointed all the governors, ministers, and high imperial officers. Usually, he personally led his army on the battlefield. Now, today up till this, okay? Next day I will start the ministers and the other imperial officers. Now, Yeah, let me repeat it. So today, Fayen's account of India very important. Actually, from Fayen's account, we came to know about the Gupta Empire. Then the latter Gupta rulers, then the decline of the empire. Decline of the empire is also because after Skanda Gupta, the latter Gupta rulers were engaged in the disputes of succession. Various parts of the empire had come under the sway of the different branches of the Gupta family. Then the administration. Gupta administration, the king and the ministers, the king were elevated to the position of the god. Now, so today up till this, okay, my students, okay. Next day, other class. Latter part of the Gupta rulers.